disappeared, don't worry about you, is what you're telling me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sounds good.
There's several trees down in Pittsburgh, but I don't know where they are.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I'll drive carefully.
So you want to be careful when you're going into the
Yeah, oh,
office.
yeah.
All right. So let's see. I gotta change my view. Where's my view screen? There it is. Covered. All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jackie Green from the Chatham County Council on Aging. We're glad you're here on this rainy, stormy day. From what I understand, there is already 1,000 people in Durham without power. So we'll probably have more and more of it. So let's walk around a little bit. When you walk, please think about your heel toe strike, right? Strike with the heel, roll to the toe as our gait changes, make sure you're tall and proud. We tend to not think about the foot roll, and that's the way we're supposed to walk, right? We're supposed to strike the heel, roll to the toes. So for our education today, we're going to talk about regulating exercise intensity. Can you hear me okay, Ed? Ed, can you hear me? I said, I don't know if he's frozen. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me move my mic a little bit underneath my mask here. So what are some ways, oh, we lost him, see? I thought maybe there was a problem. What are some ways that you can decrease your exercise intensity if you feel like you're working too hard?
Slow down.
Slow down, that's a good one. Yeah, what else can you do?
Switch to something else.
Switch to something else, and what would that mean? How would you switch to something else? Can you give me an example?
Well, if you're walking, you can sit down and move your legs.
Yep, you can do that. Yep. What if you're moving both arms? What can you do to slow down?
Move only one arm.
Move only one arm. Another thing you can do is if you're moving your arm over your head, because it takes more energy to move your arm over your head, only come up to touch your shoulder height, right? That's another way to do it. All right. What if you're moving your arms and your legs and you want to decrease it? What's one step you can take?
Stop moving your arms.
Not moving your arms, just do your legs, or just do your arms and not your legs. Did I say the same thing twice? If I did, you know what I meant. All right. So sit instead of stand, move only one arm or leg at a time, only move your arm or your legs and not both at the same time, and keep your arms below chest level and slow down your exercise speed. So obviously, if you want to increase your intensity, you would just do the opposite, right? So, but there's another thing that you can think of. There's something called a FIT formula that's spelled FITT. That's an acronym. And that's a way that you can increase intensity. And what that means, welcome back, Ed, glad you got back in. So the F stands for frequency, and it says add a day to your weekly exercise plan. So we normally normally exercise together on Monday and Friday, right? So you can add Wednesday and maybe do one of the virtual ones, or go for a walk or something like that, right? Intensity is the I. So the I is work a little harder, exercise while standing instead of sitting, or add equipment when you're ready, or walk up hills, or walk faster. You know, one of the things that they say is a determination of your fitness age is how fast you walk. Did you know that? That as you get older, you naturally slow down your pace of walking. So one of the things to do is to think about walking faster safely on a regular basis. So the first T in FIT, so it's frequency, intensity, and time. And what you can do is you can work out a little longer each session. Okay, so we normally do an hour, which is really good. But maybe you add a half-hour session in on Wednesday and then work up to an hour on Wednesday. And then the other T, so we had frequency, intensity, time, and then the other one is type. and you can change the type of exercise to raise your level of exertion. So if you tend to do only walking, maybe one day a week you want to add the new step, which is using both your arms and your legs and increasing the tension that you put on those arms or legs to have one day a week that you do a little bit more. You may want to lift some weights, and I can give you some exercises to do if you want to do that to increase your muscle strength and your stamina. Okay. So any questions about the FIT formula, which is frequency, intensity, time, or type?
What's the last T?
Type, T-Y-P-E, the type of exercise you're doing. Okay, so frequency, intensity, time, and type. All right, so we are going to start with our joint check warm-up today. Let me see if I can put this on the floor and see it. We're going to do a side trunk bend. So go ahead and stand behind your chair, or you can do this seated. And you're just going to take, and you're just going to kind of bend at the waist and kind of go a little bit to the side. Okay, be careful of this if you have back issues. But what we're trying to do is do sideward C's. You're trying to keep from your hips below stationary. Okay. And you're just trying to get a little bit more mobility with that. I gotta get this closer.
Jackie,
Yes.
can you adjust your mic? It's
Yeah,
much,
it's switched down to the bottom of my chin. Thank you, Ed. Yes, is that better?
much better.
Okay, yeah, it was riding down at the bottom of my chin, and that doesn't work so well. All right. Tell me again if it happens, because things happen when we're doing this. Okay, so now we're going to do the shoulder shrug. So shrug your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale and go 1, 2. I find this so relaxing. 3 and 4. All right, and then we're going to do a calf stretch. So for our calf stretch, we're going to stand behind our chair. We're going to bring one foot back. Okay. And what you want to do is, when you're ready, bend that front knee, but you want to keep pressing that back heel to the floor and look at that back heel and make sure that that back heel goes straight back and it's not turned in. Okay. And when you stand with the front knee bent and the back foot back farther and pushing the heel to the floor, you should feel a stretch in that calf. Does everybody feel the stretch in your calf? And does everybody else feel it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And remember that with the older we get, the longer it takes us to stretch out, right? It takes longer for us to create that elongation of the muscle fibers. All right, so let's bring that leg forward and put the other one back. So once you get the foot back, you're pressing the heel to the floor, bend the front knee. Ooh, that feels good.
Yeah.
I would say that my calves are the part of my body that I get the most cramps in. Even if I stretch them out, but I think it's because, what are some of the things you can do to prevent cramping? Does anybody else get muscle cramps?
Yeah.
Let's switch again. One of the number one things that can be the cause of a muscle cramp is dehydration. So make sure you're drinking enough water. Another thing is low potassium levels, so eating bananas. What are some other foods that are high in potassium? I'm trying to remember them. Let's switch one more time. I know that, pickles. Pickle juice helps.
Good.
Seriously, I keep a jar of pickle juice in my refrigerator.
Yeah, me too. Me
So
too.
if I end up with a cramp, I go and I take a chug. Luckily, I like pickles. All right,
Me
come on
too.
back up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands on our waist, okay? And we're going to keep concentrating on keeping our hips and our knees pointed forward Our hands on our waist, and what we're going to do is we're going to rotate. And the reason we're doing that is that we focus on rotating at the waist. So our shoulders are going to one side and then the other side. And keep going back and forth. Hold it for a couple counts, and then go the other way. So think about all the ways that our back is meant to move. It's meant to fold forward and backward, right? And it's meant to curve left and right, and it's meant to twist. When you think about all the different motions that our spine is supposed to go, we are pretty amazing critters. When was the last time you were called a critter? Okay. Now let's go ahead and we're going to do our fingers and our toes at the same time, and we're going to lift our toes in our shoes and lift our fingers, and then curl our fingers and our toes. And I want you to pay attention to what those body parts feel like when you do it. I love feeling the warmth open that go into those joints, and I get a little bit of tingling in my especially my big toe joint when I do this. I don't know whether anybody else does, but it's like I can feel the skin on the big toe joint stretching when I do it. So our feet are amazing when you think about it. When you think about all the muscles and all those bones that are down there, we are just amazing. We are amazing creations. All right, and now we're going to do sideward arm raise. We're just going to bring our arms up to the side. And Marilyn is going to show off for us. Look at her show it off. Marilyn was saying she could finally get her arms up higher. There
Yeah.
you go, Marilyn. You did all the work to be able to say that. Good for you. You know,
Okay.
you're the second person who has told me that from coming through this class. So it's just, to me, it's just an amazing statement that if you help someone learn the right way to move, and Mary Lou, it looks like you're moving much better too through your arms and your shoulders. Are you? Especially your right arm. It seemed like your right arm before didn't go up
This
as
one?
high. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. All right. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to do a hug. We're going to start with our arms out, and we're going to wrap our arms around and see how far you can walk your fingers closer together. And open wide, put the other arm on top, and same thing. And open and cross. Is it warm in here to you, Ann? And I don't think we have control over the thermostat. Bear with me a minute. Imagine all the bodies in here if we had had a full class. I don't think we have a thermostat. Yeah, I don't see a thermostat. All right. So that's our joint check warm up. Do you feel a little bit more flexible, a little bit more mobile this morning after doing that? I hope so. So now we're going to start our range of motion and strengthening exercises. And because we're getting so far down in the program, we want to do somewhere between 8 and 10 repetitions of all these things. Okay.
Hey, Jackie,
So, yes.
you may want to put your mic on the outside.
Yeah, I noticed it just when you said that it was sneaking down again. Is that better?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So with the range of motion and strengthening, we want to go up to 8 to 10 repetitions of everything. So do what you can, but don't do too much. Okay, so we're going to start with the shoulder shrug again. Shrug them up to your ears and then relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's get tricky on the next one. And on the next one, let's take, and as we shrug our shoulders, let's look over our left shoulder. Okay. 6, go to the right. 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. That way we played double duty. We got 2 exercises at the same time. Now we're going to do our shoulder blade pinch. So put your arms into goalpost, okay? And then you're going to take and you're going to pull your elbows back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then exhale and bring your arms together and try to stretch out between those shoulder blades. So inhale and bring them out and squeeze. Exhale, bring them together and stretch. Back. Let's see, I think this is 4. And back. 5. 6. Inhale as you go back. Exhale as you come forward. 7. 8. I really feel these. 9. One more. Don't do that many if you don't feel like you should. And 10. Okay, bring the arms down and do a shoulder roll. Let's roll the left, roll the right, and roll them alternating. And then roll them both. All right. Now let's take and just do an elbow bend. We're going to have our arms to our side and bend your arms up and down and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's go ahead and do our overhead shoulder reach. So bring your arms up and bring your arms up over your head. If you want, you can clap your hands together and bring them back down. 2. Look at you, Marilyn. 3.
There it goes.
4. 5. We have to celebrate those wins, right?
You betcha.
6. 7. 8. 9. If my volume just changed, I apologize. I think I might have hit my headset a little bit. No, I guess not. It must have been my hearing aid. I got too many ear gadgets. All right. Let's go ahead and do finger O's. So fingernail to fingernail, thumb to index finger and open, middle finger to index to thumb and open, ring, and pinky. Ugh, I have a heck of a time getting those knuckles to bend. Pinky, ring, middle, index, index, middle, ring, pinky. Now let's do random ones. Middle, index, ring, index, pinky. Oh, that pinky doesn't want to bend.
No.
My pinky just goes like this and says, no, I ain't bending that middle knuckle. Then I have to really work. Ring, middle, and index. Play the piano. Relax those fingers. They just worked hard. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do our shoulder rotator. Hold your hands like you're holding a platter. Elbows are anchored to the sides. You're going to rotate the hands out and then back in. Elbows stay in. 2, 3. Try to go a little farther and a little farther. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Shake out those hands. Could you feel that in your hands? I can feel that in my hands. Okay, open and close those hands. Do finger curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now we're going to do the wrist bend, and you're just going to put your hands out, and it's like your hands are the tails of a shark, and you're just going to go back and forth like you're swimming through the water. Do, 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 do.
7, 8,
All right.
10.
And now we're going to do knuckle waves. So now bring those hands up and then just bend the big knuckle. And up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Six,
7, 8,
eight,
and 9.
nine,
One more for good measure. 10.
And
All right, shake out those hands. All right, so now what I'd like everybody to do is I'd like you to go to a wall. We got plenty of wall space in here, Ann, don't we? We can take our pick. And we're gonna do a couple of wall exercises. And the first one we're gonna do is the wall arch, okay? So we're gonna put one side of our body to the wall. I'm trying to get where you can see me. You're like way away, okay? And take and walk that arm up the wall as high as you can. And really stretch, okay? And then walk your hand back down, okay? And back up again. 2, this is where you think tall. 3. Now, just for grins and giggles, can you go up on your toes as you do this and get even taller? 4. 5. 6. 7. These walls are better than the other place. 8, they're more slippery. 9, I stick to the other walls. And 10. And let's switch the other side. Same thing other way. All right. Walk that arm up that wall. 1, 2, 3. Really tried to get a side stretch when you're up there. 4. I'm feeling the stretch in my lat muscles, which is your shoulder muscles. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, the chocolate's up there. And 10. You okay, Ann? Okay, let's shake out those arms. Okay. And let's open and close those fists again. All right. Let's do some wrist circles. And then go the other way. All right. Let's do one more. Let's see. Let's do a couple more hand motions, and then we'll go back to the wall. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is our finger spread. So hands are out and spread the fingers apart as far as you can. Now, can you do the same thing with your toes while you're doing it? So spread your toes in your shoes and together. Spread your toes. It takes a lot of concentration, doesn't it? We usually don't think about our feet. 4, 5, 6, 7. We can put our arms down and do it. 8, 9, and 10. Your feet are thanking you, by the way. Just saying. All right. And then one of the last ones we're going to do for our fingers is we're going to do the cat's claw. So curl those like you have a claw and open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's stop at 9. Okay. Shake out those hands. 10 might be just pushing it a little bit too much for us. Okay. So play the piano up and down the keyboard. And let's go back to the wall, and we're going to do, let's get a drink, and then we're going to do a wall slide. All right, so with the wall slide, we're going to put our back to the wall. Okay. And once you have your back against the wall, you're going to bring your feet away from the wall anywhere between 18 inches and 2 feet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slide down the wall. You don't want to go any farther than 90 degrees and then slide back up again. Slide down 2 and hold 2, 3, and up. Slide down and up. Now, let's stop for just a minute here. So as you do this, what I want you to think about too is keeping your shoulders back and once you're down, as far as you're going, make sure you're keeping your head against the wall too. So as we count the 2, 3, when we're down there, make sure you're pushing your head against the wall. Okay, so here we go. We're going down, head against the wall, shoulders against the wall. 4, 2, 3, and up and down. Head and shoulders against the wall. 5, 2, 3, and up and down. 6, 2, 3, and up and down. 7, 2, 3, and up and down. 8, 2, 3, head back and up. Let's do one more. 9, head back, 2, 3, and up. Bring those feet against the wall and shake those legs out. And my headset is all over the place again. All right. Now that let's stay by the wall for just a moment. Okay. And let's do some push-ups. But before we do that, let's do a wrist stretch. Sorry, I gotta take off my glasses because I'm all fogging up. Ooh, I really did fog up. All right, so let's do a stop sign stretch with the left hand. Put the left hand out and pull back with the right hand, okay? So we're doing a stop sign stretch with the left hand. The left arm is straight. We're pulling back with the left hand fingers with the right hand. And then flip it down, cover the middle knuckles and pull back. Oh man, that feels good. Okay, switch to the other hand, stop sign, arm straight, pull back with the other arm. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flip the hand down, cover the middle knuckle and count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake out those hands. Okay, so now for some of our strength work today, since we're not going to use weights, we're going to use the wall. Okay, so we're going to do some push-ups. Okay, so go ahead and put your hands against the wall, shoulder height, about shoulder width, and then back your feet up to a position you feel comfortable. And I want you to, let's just hold a plank position here and keep your body straight for a moment, okay? So with your body straight, tighten the belly, then bend the arms and bring your body closer to the wall and then push back out. 1, and bend again. Count with me as we go out. 2, if this hurts your wrist, stop. 3, 4, we're going to go to 7, 5, 6, one more, 7. Bring your feet forward, okay, and shake out those hands. Now let's do another wrist stretch, a different kind of wrist stretch. Bring your arms out in front, palms facing each other, and pull the hands back and go into prayer position. And out and in. Out and in. 4, 5, 6, sorry, I have to look at the clock. 7, and 8. All right, let's come back to our chairs. Oh man, I can feel my hands are stiff today.
Yeah.
The weather really makes a huge difference to me. Probably you as well. All right. So we're going to do a couple of, let's stand behind our chair and we're going to do some leg strengthening today. Okay. So we're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some little mini squats. So take and go ahead and bend your feet a little bit, stick your butt out backwards, and then push up and squeeze your tushy together. Okay, down and push, squeeze, down, squeeze, 3, down, squeeze, 4, down, squeeze, 5, squeeze, 6, one more, down, squeeze, 7. All right, now we're going to come around to the front of the chair. And you've got your band. You know, I didn't bring my band either. I was coming in when it was really nasty and I brought as little as possible. I was coming in with raincoat on and umbrella in hand. So I'm having to adapt the exercise a little bit because I don't have my normal things to work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some work for the hips now. Okay, so sit tall and proud out toward the front of your chair. Okay, and we're going to work the sides of the hips and the side of the legs and the inside of the legs. Okay, so you're going to take the leg and you're going to bring it out as far as you can to the side and in. Do the same leg. 2 and in. Are you tall and proud? And in. Try not to move your torso. I keep sliding on this chair. 5. I started at the front of the chair. I'm now at the back of the chair. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, something I want you to think about when you're doing this. If you're doing a leg exercise like this, try to keep your torso absolutely still. Okay. So when I'm doing this, I'm trying not to do any motion with my upper torso. I'm trying to keep this completely still and have only the leg moving. What that requires is it requires your torso to get stronger to hold your body in place. Okay, that makes your abs get stronger. It makes your back get stronger. Okay, so now let's do the other leg. Here we go. Tall and proud. Okay, belly tight, tailbone tucked, leg out and in, and you're going out as far as you can. 2, and keeping the torso stationary. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. I can feel this irritating where the bar of the chair is. I can feel it irritating my hip. All right, let's come out toward the front, put the feet on the floor and just kind of shake your legs, let them relax. All right, let me change this just a little bit. Let me point this down just a tad. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more leg strengthening and come out toward the front of your chair. Okay. And put the left leg out straight in front of you. Okay. Torso's tall and proud. Everything is stacked up, ears, shoulders, and hips. Okay. And what we're going to do is bend your knee just a little bit. And then as you straighten your leg, as you straighten your knee, you should feel that quadricep tighten. Okay. With the quadricep tight, which is your thigh, lift that foot up a little bit and lower it and then relax the leg. And again, tighten that quadricep lift, lower, and relax. Okay. Tighten, lift, lower, and relax. Again, tighten, lift 5,
5.
lower, and relax. Tighten 6, lower, and relax. And tighten 7, lower, and relax. Shake that leg out. Switch to the other leg. Same thing, legs straight, torso's tall and proud, belly's tight, tailbone's tucked. Again, the knee, bend the knee just a little bit. And then when you straighten the knee, you should feel the quadricep tighten. Okay. Then lift, lower, and relax. Tighten, lift, lower, relax. Tighten, 3, lower, relax. Tighten, 4, lower, relax. Tighten, 5, lower, relax. 2 more. Tighten, 6, lower. Feel that muscle working. Tighten, 7, lower, and relax. Put both legs out and shake them. Okay. Bend the knees and curl the toes and lift them. Okay. And now let's do some abdominal work. Okay. So tuck your tailbone, pull in those belly muscles. Okay. And count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. And tuck and tighten. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Now do yourself a favor and take those hands and stick them in the different areas of your abdominal area and see if you can feel all those areas tighten up as you tighten your abs, because you have ab muscles all the way from the side, all the way across the other side, from your pubic bone all the way up to the base of your rib cage. And we want to learn how to tighten all those muscles. Okay. So tuck your tailbone, tighten those ab muscles. We're at 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Woo, that's hard work. And tuck and tighten. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now take both hands, put them on the back of the chair a moment, lean forward and relax those belly muscles. Relax those chest muscles, relax the back muscles, and breathe. And come on back up. Let's finish a couple more. Same thing, but now we're going to add the Kegels in with it. Okay. So we're going to tuck our tailbone. We're tall and proud. Tighten our abs, tighten our Kegels. And we're at 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Whew, those muscles are tired. Tuck and tighten the Kegels. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now, hands on the thighs, okay? And then pretend you're rubbing your head around the inside of a pickle barrel. You're going all the way around. Talking about those pickles again. By the way, I made some pickled radishes. Oh boy, are they good. Go the other way. They are really good, but they kind of spilt in my lunchbox. Oh man, they are really good. Somebody gave me a recipe for them, and you just take the radishes and you slice them, and you put garlic in with them, vinegar, salt and pepper, a little bit of oil, and you can put some herbs like whether it's thyme or rosemary or anything, or dill. Oh my gosh, they are so good. And with the garlic, they have a little bit of a bite to them, but it's not the same kind of a bite that I don't like I don't like raw radishes. But man, pickle them or roast them, and woohoo, they're good stuff.
How about pickled asparagus? Have you tried that?
I have not.
Well, that farm out near you, Thomas's Farm, sells them in the jar. They're
Really?
wonderful. Mm-hmm.
So is it raw? Is it raw asparagus pickled?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
It's wonderful.
Ah, I did not know that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our overhead arm reach. Bring those arms all the way up. Reach up as far as you can, and exhale and bring them back down. See, I'm learning all kinds of new stuff. Inhale up. Exhale down. Again, inhale up. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. All right. Now we're going to do some more for our hips and our core. So we're going to take and do our hip walk. So you're going to raise a hip and bring it back as far as you can. And then the other leg. This chair, it cheats because it slides so easy. It doesn't take me any time at all to get to the back of the chair on this one because I just slide down the hill. And go the other way and just keep going one way, then the other way. Now remember, you're trying to lift those hips as far and as forward, as up and as forward or backward as you can. Make that torso work. All right, how much time do we have?
15.
So there's only a few of us. I want to try something. Are you guys up to try something new?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So we're going to get on the floor.
Really?
Really? Okay. So we're just going to take, and the easiest way to get on the floor is to, and so I'm going to come up here, is to just kind of bend one knee and come on down. Okay. You game?
No.
Anne's looking at me like I'm crazy. Yep, just go down slow. But what's good about this is you're doing this with support, right? Because we're all here together. All right. All right. So we're going to get all the way down. Sit on your butt. Okay, let's start with a sit. All right. Now, can you get back up onto your butts? These are important skills because if you fall, I want you to be able to get back up, right? So we're here. All right, we did it. Give yourself a round of applause. When was the last time you sat on the floor just to sit on the floor? A long, long time. Ed's laughing at me. Okay. We will get back up. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is, as we're sitting on the floor, now if you're not sitting on the floor, you want to be sitting out toward the front of your chair. And we're going to do a couple more leg lifts here. Okay. So sit tall and proud. Okay. And can you lift one foot and then the other foot? It's like you're walking up a wall. Lift. We're only going to do a couple of these. Okay. Okay. Just shake them out then. Shake them. All right. And curl your toes and lift them. Do them as we're sitting here. Curl and lift. All right. All right. So now let's take, and this is the one I really want to do with us. Okay. So I'm going to turn to the side. So what I want you to do is I want you to, can you lean back onto the floor? Okay. Can you lean back? Okay. So now your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor. Okay. And we're going to do the clam. Okay. The clam is just opening your knees and just letting them rest there a little bit and bring them back up. Now, when you do that, tuck your tailbone forward like a bad dog again, and then let them fall out. Because if I don't tuck my tailbone and I just let my hips raise, I get a sore lower back. So this is just called the clam. We're opening our legs and closing them. And opening them and closing them. And opening them Now, can you feel the gravity pushing those knees down? Let's leave them open for a moment on the next one, just to open them and leave them there a minute. Keep the tailbone tucked so you don't feel any strain in the lower back, and then bring them back up. This is a great exercise to do in your bed in the morning. Okay, bring it back up. All right, so now we're gonna take and we're gonna roll over onto our left or our right side. I don't care which side. Roll over to one side. Okay, and now we're gonna take and we're gonna lift that top knee, just like we did the clam, but now we're gonna lift it up to the side and down. And lift and lower and lift and lower. One more time, lift and lower. Now we're gonna roll over to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna turn this way so I can still see what's going on the screen. We are doing so well. Okay, cushion that head and then lift the upper knee and lower it. And lift and lower and lift and lower. All right. Now, it is kind of a hard floor. All right. So now we're going to get back up again. All right. So take and push with your arm on your side. Okay. Push with your arm and get yourself up to the side. There you go. And put one leg down. All right. And kind of roll up onto one foot and then get on all fours. And walk your hands up towards your feet. Or use your chair. We did it! Woo! You did it! Very, very nice. You know, we haven't done anything on the floor in a long, long time. So I want to give you guys kudos for being willing to try it. All right. So now we get to do our joint check cool down. Let's get a quick drink first.
We did it because you didn't have any bands.
That's right. See what happens when I forget the bands and the weights? But I've been threatening for a while to get people on the floor.
Yeah,
So
no.
it was just a matter of time, you know. There's a lot of exercises we could do on the floor. And what's good about it is there are also exercises that you can practice in bed. So Ed and Mary Lou, I want you guys to do those in bed later. Okay.
I do them in the morning.
Good for you, girl. But I also think that there's a real value in getting on the floor intentionally and getting back up, because then that way you build the confidence. It breaks the fear that if I end up on the floor, I'm not going to be able to get back up. Okay. And there's a lot to be said about confidence. Okay. Because if you dread getting down on the floor and thinking, if I ever get down there, I'm not going to get back up again. It's kind of like bringing that focus down there. And where do you end up when you're focusing on something? Where you don't want to be sometimes. Okay. So I really want you to feel confident about that. So let's go ahead and go back to our joint check warm up. And we're going to do these seated because you guys work so hard. Okay. So we're going to do our side bend. So put your hands on your thighs. The other thing you can do with this is you can put your hands on your waist. And again, you want to concentrate on bending at the waist so that you're not bending way down here. So you're bending here and you're going to one side and then the other side. We're just going to do 4, 2 and 2, 3 and 3 and 4 and 4. All right. And now we're going to do the shoulder shrug. So shrug those shoulders up and relax them down. 2, 3, exhale as you're lowering them. And 4. All right. And let's do the calf stretch seated this time. And sit out toward the front of your chair. Bring your left foot out front in front of you. And pull that left toe, pull those left toes back towards your nose. Can you feel a good stretch in your calf when you do that? Okay. And breathe. Are you nice and your form good? You're tall and proud. Okay. Shake out that leg a little bit. All right. Now take and tuck the tailbone and let's hinge at the hips and bring your chest closer to your thighs and feel that stretch all the way up that hamstring, which is the back of your thigh. Breathe. And come on back up and let's switch to the other leg. Okay, so we're gonna heel on the floor, pull the toe back toward the nose and stretch the calf. Everything is tall and proud. Okay, breathe. I got bit by some animal, some little critter yesterday while I was getting stuff out of the garden. And boy, did it right above my sock line. It's like, man, that thing itched when I went to bed last night. But I noticed it's not, doesn't, oh, I do see a bite. Okay, shake that leg out. Now let's tuck the tailbone and hinge at the hips. Bring your chest closer to your thighs and stretch out that hamstring. And breathe. All right, breathe. Come on back up. Right. Hands on the waist again. This time we're going to rotate. Okay, so the hips are staying in one place and you're going to rotate to one side, then forward and the other side. Forward, 2, and 2, and 3, and 3. Hey, Val, this tells me that you would not survive in this room for exercise class.
Why?
With just the two of us, it is hot.
It's hot. Yeah, I got a fan running.
It's hot. Well, and the door's open, but it's hot and sticky, and we don't have control over the thermostat. So that's telling me a lot. All right, so now we're going to go back, feet flat on the floor, do your toe lift and bend. Do the same thing with your hands. Lift the fingers, separate them, then make them into fists. Lift and bend, and lift and bend. And bring your arms out to the side, bring them up as high as you can. If you want, crisscross them into scissors and back down, back up. Put the other one in front, crisscross and down. Crisscross one more time. Here we go. Last one up. And now we'll do the hug. Arms out, bring them across, wrap them as far as you can. Open up. Open your chest as wide as you can, and then crisscross again, cross your arms as far as you can. One more time each way. Crisscross, open wide, crisscross, and open wide. Now we get to sit back and relax, all right? Anne's ready for that. All right. So you too, huh? I heard that.
Yeah.
All right. So the one that we're going to do for exercise today, and we always try to do a variety of relaxation practices so you can figure out which of the practices tends to work better for you. And the one today is called pain drain. How many of you have pain in your body today? Okay. Point to the area that you have pain. I'm going to start with Anne. Feet. Okay. What about you? So I see elbow.
Elbow.
I see knees. What about you, Mary Lou?
Hip.
Hip and Ed.
Just a little stiff neck. That's it.
Neck. Okay. So I want you to focus primarily on that area today. For me, it's my hands today. They're really stiff. All right, so we're going to start and just sit back in your chair. Make sure your arms and your legs are uncrossed. If you want to, you can close your eyes. That helps reduce distractions, help you focus. And what you want to do is let's start with our normal. Let's take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. Again, take a nice deep breath in and slowly exhale. And continue to breathe slowly and deeply. And as you take more and more breaths, notice how you're getting more and more relaxed. And try to let all your tension melt away. Become aware of your breathing and feel the movement of your body as you breathe in and out. Breathe in slowly, hold, and then exhale slowly. On your next breath, focus on the image of breathing in good, clean air. And then exhaling all your tensions with your breath out. Allow your breathing rhythm to pleasantly just slow down. And feel as though the tension is being released each time you breathe out. Maybe it's you're encompassing that tension from different areas in the little bubble. And as you exhale, that bubble leaves your body, leaves your mouth, and floats away. Now feel within your body and note where you experience pain or tension. And imagine that that pain or tension is turning into a liquid substance. And this heavy liquid flows through your body and out through your fingers or your toes. And allow that pain to drain from your body in a steady flow. Now imagine that a gentle rain flows down over your head and further dissolves the pain into a liquid that continues to drain away. Feel within your body and experience a refreshing sense of comfort and well-being. Take another moment. If there's another area that needs to be relieved, just turn that pain or tension into a thick liquid and let it just drain from your body through your fingers or your toes. And let a gentle rain come and rinse it clean. When you're done with this exercise, you'll feel relaxed and calm, yet alert and energized, and you'll be ready to face the rest of your day. Go ahead and open your eyes if you've closed them. Let's take a nice big deep breath in as we bring our arms up overhead. Breathe in that nice clean air and then exhale out any related tension that's still there. Bring those arms up and around in a hug. Remind yourself that you're safe and you're healthy. Unwind. Take another big deep breath. Exhale. Hug yourself. Remind yourself that you're loved, you're valued, and you're full of purpose. And everybody have a wonderful weekend. And seriously, congrats on getting on the ground. And Mary Lou and Ed, I want you to practice that today, getting down on the ground. And I want you to report in.